DeepSeek, chat with DeepSeek AI. This is a significant development in the global AI landscape, highlighting both the rapid progress of Chinese AI companies and the geopolitical implications of AI technology. DeepSeek's rise showcases how China is narrowing the gap with American AI leaders like OpenAI, Google, and Meta. However, its integration of Beijing's information controls underscores concerns about the influence of Chinese AI on global discourse. If widely adopted outside China, models like DeepSeek could export Chinese censorship norms or subtly shape public opinion in ways that align with state interests. This also ties into broader tensions over tech dominance, national security, and internet governance. As AI becomes more embedded in daily life, the question isn't just about who builds the most advanced models, it's about whose values and restrictions are embedded within them. Do you see this as a sign that China is overtaking the US in AI, or do you think American firms still hold a decisive edge? DeepSeek's new AI assistant, utilizing its R1 model, provides responses that differ from those of its Western counterparts in certain cases. One such example pertains to inquiries regarding the events of June 4, 1989, in Beijing, commonly known as the Tiananmen Square massacre. During this incident, the Chinese government launched a violent crackdown on student-led protests in Beijing and across the country, resulting in the deaths of hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals in the capital, according to estimates from human rights organizations. In the decades since, Chinese authorities have systematically suppressed discussion of the massacre to the extent that many individuals in China grow up unaware of its occurrence. A search for what happened on June 4, 1989 in Beijing, on Baidu, a major Chinese search platform, yields results such as references to June 4th as the 155th day of the Gregorian calendar, or links to state media articles describing the events as the suppression of counter-revolutionary riots, without any mention of Tiananmen Square. When the same query is posed to DeepSeek's latest AI assistant, the model initially begins to provide a response outlining some aspects of the event, including references to a military crackdown. However, before completing its answer, the response is erased and replaced with a statement indicating that the model is not sure how to approach this type of question yet. It then redirects the conversation by suggesting discussions on topics such as mathematics, coding, and logic problems. When the question is asked in Chinese, the response is even more immediate, with the AI assistant promptly apologizing for being unable to provide an answer. A similar pattern emerges when querying DeepSeek's latest model, the R1 bot, about the events in Hong Kong in 2019, during which the city experienced widespread pro-democracy protests. Initially, the model provides a detailed overview of the events, at times concluding, consistent with assessments from Western observers, that Beijing's subsequent imposition of the national security law resulted in a significant erosion of civil liberties. However, either during or immediately after generating this response, the bot deletes its own answer and redirects the conversation to an alternative topic. In contrast, DeepSeek's V3 bot, which was released in late 2023, just weeks before the R1 model, generates different responses. These replies appear to rely more heavily on China's official narrative regarding the events. When questioned about its sources, DeepSeek's R1 bot stated that it draws from a diverse dataset of publicly available texts, incorporating both Chinese state media and international sources. The bot further emphasized the importance of critical thinking and cross-referencing when engaging with politically sensitive topics. CNN has reached out to the company for comment. Observers argue that these discrepancies carry significant implications for free speech and the shaping of global public discourse. This issue underscores another critical dimension of the competition for technological dominance, the power to control narratives surrounding major global events and history itself. A report released on Wednesday by NewsGuard, a US-based information reliability analytics firm, found that DeepSeek's earlier V3 chatbot model failed to provide accurate information on news and current events 83% of the time. In a comparative analysis against leading Western AI models, it ranked joint 10th out of 11. However, it remains unclear how the newer R1 model compares in terms of accuracy and reliability. Isaac Stonefish, a China analyst and founder of the business intelligence firm Strategy Risks, warned that DeepSeek's emergence as a global AI leader could have catastrophic consequences. It would pose a significant threat to free speech and independent thought worldwide, as it effectively restricts the ability to think openly, creatively, and, in many cases, accurately about one of the most influential nations in the world, China, Fish stated. He further explained that when queried about China or its leadership, the model portrays the country as a utopian communist state, one that has never existed and never will. Within mainland China, the ruling Chinese Communist Party holds ultimate authority over the dissemination of information and imagery, enforcing strict control to suppress dissent and maintain societal order. As a result, technology companies such as DeepSeek are compelled to comply with these regulations. Since the technology was developed in China, its model is inherently more likely to incorporate China-centric or pro-China data compared to AI models developed by Western firms. This reality is expected to influence the platform's responses, according to Aaron Snoswell, a senior research fellow specializing in AI accountability at the Queensland University of Technology Generative AI Lab. Like all AI companies, DeepSeek also implements specific rules to regulate its responses when certain words or topics arise that the platform deems sensitive or inappropriate for discussion. Snoswell cited topics such as Tiananmen Square as examples of where such restrictions may be applied. Additionally, AI firms frequently employ human workers to assist in training models on which topics are permissible for discussion and which are considered taboo. This process, known as reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, was explicitly referenced by DeepSeek in a research paper as a method used in its model development. This means that someone at DeepSeek authored a policy document outlining which topics are acceptable and which are not, Snoswell explained. That document was then provided to human trainers, whose feedback helped instill these behavioral constraints within the model itself. Western AI chatbots similarly implement restrictions. For instance, ChatGPT will not provide instructions on constructing a bomb or fabricating a 3D printed gun. These models also employ reinforcement learning mechanisms to establish ethical guardrails, such as preventing the dissemination of hate speech. This is the standard approach used by all AI companies to ensure their models behave appropriately, Snoswell stated. However, in this particular case, it is highly likely that a Chinese company has embedded China's official values into its policy framework. #security concerns. Questions have also been raised regarding potential security risks associated with DeepSeek's platform. The White House announced on Tuesday that it is currently investigating the company for possible national security implications. Concerns over American data being accessible to Chinese firms have already become a contentious issue in Washington, fueling the ongoing debate surrounding the social media platform TikTok. ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, has been legally mandated to divest its American business, though enforcement of this requirement was paused under former President Donald Trump. Unlike TikTok, which stated in July 2022 that it stores all American user data within the United States, DeepSeek's privacy policy explicitly states that the personal information it collects is stored on secure servers located in the People's Republic of China. According to Aaron Snoswell, a senior research fellow in AI accountability at the Queensland University of Technology Generative AI Lab, a comparison between DeepSeek's privacy policy and those of leading U.S. AI firms reveals concerning differences. DeepSeek, OpenAI, and Meta all disclose that they collect user data, including account information, activity on their platforms, and device-related data. However, DeepSeek goes further by stating that it also collects keystroke patterns or rhythms, a form of biometric data that can be as uniquely identifying as a fingerprint or facial recognition. I have never encountered another software platform that claims to collect this type of data unless it is explicitly designed for that purpose, Snoswell remarked. He also highlighted what appeared to be ambiguously defined allowances within DeepSeek's policy regarding the potential sharing of user data with entities affiliated with the company's corporate structure. It is significantly more permissive than anything you would see from a Western software company, he added.